I will discuss about project report writing. I have been allotted 3 classes to discuss about the topics. This topics is very much important for you because either in the capacity of government official or in the capacity of corporate house official or in the capacity of a proprietor, you will have to be acquainted with the process of project report writing. I have clearly mentioned in the blackboard the type of project report writing. The question is, what is project report? A report is something, is a statement of pros and cons, either in details or in nutshell. This is called a report. So project report means a write-up, either in details or in nutshell or in a pro forma shape about the project that is going to be undertaken or is undertaken. Because not only that we have to write the project before undertaking the project itself, but also that after the project is initiated and in operation and till the closure, we have to write various reports. The last 2 type of reports is mainly evaluation of performance in the project. By detailed project report writing, the writing of detailed project report is ex ante in nature. That means it has to be written before the project is launched. It is the developmental stage of the project and forms part of project initiation. So in it, we have to state the followings. First of all, nature of the project. First of all, in detailed report, a detailed project report will come nature of the project. By nature of the project, nature of the project, necessity of the project, third will come inputs required, fourth, outcome or output, and finally effect on economy I will explain all the items one after another. By nature of the project, by nature of the project, we means the type of the project. Say an irrigation project. Its nature is it is concerned with availability of water for irrigation purpose. That is irrigation project, and that is the nature of the project. A survey project, it is concerned with survey of either land or population and so on. This is called the nature of the project. The necessity of the project. At the first, we shall to state the nature of the project in the project report. Then we shall have to state, is the project at all needed? And is there necessity of undertaking the project? We have to clarify on that point. For example, DL and RMP project is now going on in Arunachal Pradesh and also in some other parts of India. So, is there any necessity of undertaking the DLMP project? That is what is to be stated in the second point number 2, that is necessity of the project. In third is inputs required. Input means man, machinery and money. That is to be estimated meticulously, keeping an eye on the nature of works and the vast expenses that will be covered by the project. And it also includes the time that may be required from initiating to closure and even after that. Output of the project. Output of the project, that is the production, that is the produces that will be offered by operation of the project. Produces is not always tangible, that is not always palpable, but it may be felt in the form of the result of operation of the project. For example, in a health project, we cannot touch the project, but we can handle the inputs and the population for implementation of the project. The outcome shall be obviously positive in most cases, with few exceptions, very few exceptions. This is the input required, and output is how many persons, or in the field of survey, how many households we cover. How many in the health sector, not only how many households we cover, but also how many persons have been given preventive dose of medicine, cholera vaccination, smallpox vaccination, so etc. This is the output. And what will be the effect of the output on the economy and the society? For instance, in a DLRMP project, after the lands are recorded meticulously in the name of the appropriate owner, that will constitute a document whose longevity is about 300 years. Likewise, in health project, the effect of vaccination on the population will be on development of the immunity system against the disease. What is in medical terms, that is development of antibody within the human body to prevent, that is to cope with the effect of the virus that causes such disease. That is an indirect contribution to the economy, because the persons who have become healthier because of the vaccination will be able to work properly, and which will be reflected in augmentation of output in the subsequent period, which will in turn affect the market in the form of augmented supply that may be used for earning revenue both from other states and from abroad, that is from other countries in the other parts of the world. The economic effects of these projects will be healthier on the society, because the society will become aware of the good effects of the project, and then much larger portion of the society will gravitate towards the project itself, and that will in turn make our country more safe, more strong, and more rich. So, in digital project report writing, we have to cover all these projects, all these points. The question is how to initiate the writing of the project. Well, this is a topic that cannot be described in toto in the classroom. However, I shall make every attempt to clarify all these points in writing in subsequent classes. Now come to project initiation report. In project initiation report also, we start with the field of study. Then we are concerned with methodology of study, that is how we are progressing. This part is also inclusive in detailed project report writing. In detailed project report writing also, we have to mention how we shall process in the process of launching the project. Third is manpower required, manpower utilized, manpower invited. That is, I have already mentioned in point 3, that is inputs required, that is man, money, machinery and times. All this will come in point number 2, that is the initiation report. Third is mobilization. Mobilization of the personnel. It will come in details in initiation report and in brief in the detailed project report. Because if we divert much time in detailed project report regarding this point, it will become so much, it will assume a very big proportion. Rather, you should extend more on the process of launching the project. Okay. And finally, the budgetary provisions. The budgetary provisions have to be incorporated in detailed project report. That you heard from funds will come and how will the fund be allocated among different activities. That is to be given in details in the detailed project report as also in project initiation report. And I have already mentioned that time is a factor that is included in inputs required. So in initiation report, we will have to mention time also along with that in the detailed project report. And the strategy that will be followed is also to be mentioned in the detailed project report and also in the project initiation report. So, the project initiation report forms a part of the detailed project report. And likewise, with project status report, that will be after just during the time and at the end of implementation of the project itself. If you have any question regarding these points, you are free to ask either in my mobile phone bearing number 9800763237 or online, to which I shall reply as and when the question reaches me. I give you now a 5 minutes of time to think and ask questions, if any. ঠিক আছে. If any question comes, I am waiting for that.
नहीं देख रहे हैं दूसरा नंबर है.
No, but they may ask question. So far, no questions have come to me to answer. Now I go back once again to detailed project report. In detailed project report, point number 3. So, I give it from point number 1 also. Nature of the project, say it is urban planning project. Urban planning project. Urban planning project means development. That is a project that is to be that has been undertaken, that is proposed to be undertaken for the development of urban area. Development means in terms of roads, provision of water supply, provision of electricity, that is make it more strong so that it is not disrupted during any natural calamities of at least minor or medium nature. In case of earthquake or too strong cyclone or tidal wave, that the matter is completely different. So, reduces the nature of the project. In this point, we shall also write the scope of work. That is, what will be done, what will have to be done in this project. Thus, as I have put in the provision of drinking water, electricity facility, development of road network, delineation of area of plots within the of persons within the urban locality, all this come in the point or scope of work. On this study, a firm study on this slide helps us to assess the need of the investment from the government or from very big business tycoons and the probable revenue generation in the form of taxation or business and all that. Okay. Next come to the necessity of the project. Whether, as I am discussing, an urban development project, whether there is any necessity of the project, it is also to be thought about, discussed and clearly mentioned in the report. Say, Calcutta megacity needs proper drainage system, providing water supply to 100% of the people, installing the system of underground electric cable operation system so that electricity supply is not affected by natural calamities or other factors or not disrupted in total. This is point is called necessity of the project. Inputs required in urban development is first a survey about the extent of type and extent of work and the effect of work, amount of investment, amount of money that will be involved in the development of drainage system, creation of pipelines for water supply, and arranging for delivery of water supply at specific points within each ward and within the ward at specific important junctions so that all persons can face that water supply facility. Creation of underground telephone line system. All these will be the necessity of the projects, and also it plays a part in focusing on the inputs required. For instance, in a electricity supply project, what we will require is skilled and semi-skilled laborers to lay the electricity line within the tube, that is the pipe system underground, so that it is not damaged by the wave of transport movement or by water leaking or leakage of water into the line, because that will cost more lives, many lives. In the pipeline, in the creation of pipeline for water supply, that is, and the electricity supply also, we will have to lay the electricity lines underground within coverage, so that even if any water leaks from the pipeline system for water supply or from the subsoil after the rainfall, it will not affect electric supply system and prevent loss of life. In the electricity health project, the volume of the amount of or the quantity of type of medicine utilized for that will be utilized for vaccination, the total number of population, all this will be covered in inputs required for it. And with this we come to the question of the salary of the staff engaged, the cost of the materials, etc. In a land service system like GLRMB, land service system that GLRMB, there we will be concerned with the number of surveyors skilled. They are helpers who are also skilled. The type of machines that is to be required, the specific role of the machines in the survey, the amount involved in acquiring, maintaining the reports, machines, and the salary, fooding, accommodation, entertainment, all these of the persons engaged, etc. The above the output, it will not only suffice how many households are covered, how many the land particulars of how many persons have been noted, or in health project how many persons vaccinated, but also the economic value of the economic value amount of money, or at least in shadow pricing system.